Does he qualify?
So, Mr. Poirier, are you going to hire your own lawyer? Okay, let me tell you the situation you find yourself in. Mr. Singer, if you just stand by it, Mr. Singer, informally with the person. And what date is the Commonwealth looking for?
Judge, the officer is on vacation all next week. I originally was looking for Friday. At that point, without Attorney Singer was going to be the defense arrangement, and we could do it tomorrow. We could do it tomorrow or Friday. I just can't do anything past Friday because the officers are off from gone for a week.
Okay, where I am, a couple things.
Sure.
He's not indigent, but if he's going to be held and can't get somebody, then I'm going to have Mr. Singer stand by to help him. So he'll be appointed for bail only, but the bail is going to take a while. Are you following this, sir? In the situation, you don't qualify for a court-appointed lawyer, but we don't make you stand there on your own when the prosecutors want bail just because you have a lawyer who's not here. You follow me? So I'm going to appoint this man to help you through the hearings about whether you're held without bail. The prosecution is asking that you be held without bail on the theory that you're too dangerous to be allowed to post any bail. You're going to be held without bail. And so, Mr. Singer, my inclination is, Madam Clerk, with your input, my inclination is to say Friday, because then if Mr. Poirier reaches out and gets his own lawyer to come in on Friday to represent him at the detention hearing, he can. If I say tomorrow, it would be next to impossible. And then on Friday, Mr. Singer can continue to communicate with Mr. Poirier and decide how to proceed. So is this going to work, Mr. Singer?
I have to be in Ayer District Court on Friday. I'm here all day tomorrow on duty. How about today?
Well, the Commonwealth tells me they're not prepared to go forward today. They're going to, counsel, you want tomorrow, right?
Ideally, Judge, if
No,
I
we'll do it tomorrow. Let me just look at this. These priors he has, let me hear your proffer of probable cause to hold them pending his hearing, which you have to do for me to hold without bail.
Yes, Judge. Judge, on July 5th, 2011, the officers of the Littleton Police Department were on patrol traveling west on Taylor Street, a public way, when they observed a Honda come around the corner at a high rate of speed in a 40-mile-per-hour posted speed limit. They activated their front radar and received a reading of 62 miles per hour. The officer activated his emergency lights and approached the defendant's location. As the defendant turned around, as the officer turned around, he observed the vehicle accelerate and lost sight of the vehicle. He then got on the ramp on Route 2 East and saw the vehicle traveling down Route 2 East. He was eventually able to pull over the vehicle. He went to the driver's side window where the defendant was the operator of that vehicle. He stated he knew he was speeding and that he was stupid for taking off. The entire time there was a dog in the vehicle that was trying to leap towards the officer. The defendant smelled of an alcoholic beverage coming from the vehicle. He stated that the next time he was going to keep running, saying that to the officer. The officer asked him to exit the vehicle. When he exited the vehicle, his gym shorts fell down to his ankles and he lost his balance and fell against the vehicle. Due to the unsteadiness in the location on the highway, he was then placed under arrest at that time. He stated that he had too much and that he was drunk and that he's going to continue to drive and next time he wouldn't stop. He then was brought back to the police station where he agreed to take some field sobriety tests. He took the walk and turn test in which he was unable to maintain the start position. He started too soon. He stepped off the line and raised his arms. He almost fell at one point during the test. He also did the one-leg stand where he immediately lost his balance and stated to the officer he couldn't do this test sober. He then stated to the officer, he said that he was drunk. He then agreed to take a breathalyzer test and had a reading of .21. He also just stated to the officer that he was going to drive even with a suspended license. Another officer did an inventory of the motor vehicle where he found 2 bottles of Smirnoff vodka. He had the passenger seat, 1 empty, 1 full. There also fell several nips in the vehicle. In one one bottle was cool to the touch. Those are essentially the facts.
And what about the prior?
Judge, in regards to the prior convictions on his record, as you will see, the defendant has a conviction out of the Salem District Court in 1980 with a $100 fine. He also has an OUI at Marble District Court with a $62.50 fine. He also has a conviction out of Concord District Court for, that he received guilty probation, it looks like, for 1 year, Judge. Those are essentially the facts.
So, Mr. Poirier, here's what we're going to do. Tomorrow, there's going to be a hearing on this question about whether you're too dangerous to post any bail and you have to be held without bail all the way to your trial or thereabouts. You follow me? You can reach out for anybody you wish to represent you in the case. Tomorrow, if you haven't done anything along those lines and no one's contacted the court and said either they're going to do it tomorrow or they'd like a continuance to do it another date, Mr. Singer's going to be your lawyer. You follow me? There's some talk that they could do it today if they call the officers and all the rest of it, but at least tomorrow you'll have a chance to see if you can get someone to represent you in the case. So the question of whether you get held without bail is on a very short fuse. You follow me? That's going to be heard tomorrow unless you request a continuance to another date for whatever reason. You're going to be held in the meantime. Or unless the Commonwealth has some argument to a judge about why they're not ready, even though they have to do it by Friday anyway, and the clerk tells me that it's tomorrow, Thursday. Thursday's better than Friday anyway. So the reason I'm doing it tomorrow is to let you keep your options open. You follow me? Don't say anything about the case, but do you understand the situation? Because of this charge, it's on a list of crimes where they can ask that you be held without any bail at all. And he's going to help you through the hearing, unless come tomorrow you say you found somebody else, you want a continuance, you're going to hire your own lawyer, in which case it will be changed to let that lawyer represent you. You understand all that? But Mr. Singer, you can be here tomorrow, right?
Well, duty tomorrow.
Perfect. So, Madam Clerk, I have found probable cause solely for purposes of holding the defendant without bail for a 58-day hearing, July 7, 2011. He'll be held without bail in the meantime. He does not qualify. So, Madam Clerk, Mr. Singer is appointed